This recent infuriating incident out of Orlando, Florida is a perfect example of how fundamentally broken our policing system is.
Turn it off. Yeah, it's in your hand, right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in this hand and that hand.
My bad.
Now, give me that. Give me the other one and put your hands on the steering wheel right now.
My bad.
The man in the driver's seat is Derek Diaz. He was approached by at least 2 Orlando PD officers who were reportedly on proactive patrol to remove illegal drugs and crime guns off the streets, according to the Orlando PD.
Don't move.
Keep in mind how Diaz so far has completely complied with this officer while posing no observable threat to either one of these cops.
Put your hands on the steering wheel. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
As soon as Diaz turns his body, he is shot by Officer Jose Velez as the officers continue to hold Diaz at gunpoint.
Are you guys good? Yeah. You guys shoot?
Yeah, I did.
43 shots fired.
And instead of immediately checking on the man they shot, the officers check on each other. From this other officer's body cam, we can see that Diaz appears to open the center console, prompting the officer to fire, apparently suspecting Diaz was pulling a gun. But as we have seen too many times, there was no gun found inside the vehicle, and Diaz was completely unarmed when he was shot, tragically passing away at the hospital, following Officer Velez's single shot, who is now on administrative leave while the department investigates themselves. Diaz's family attorney, Natalie Jackson, said viewing the body cam footage has provided little closure to Derek's family, raising questions on why the officers approached Derek and initiated the encounter in the first place. The mother of Diaz's daughter claims that the video doesn't show any wrongdoing done when the stop was prompted, saying, quote, "He was sitting in his car. He was doing nothing wrong. In less than a minute, he was dead." According to police reporting, officers recovered what they are saying was a bag of narcotics near the scene, which is just a cruel after-the-fact way of trying to justify Diaz's killing and market the police as the good guys. The 2022 police violence report concluded that 2022 was the deadliest year in the past decade for civilian deaths at the hands of the police, with a staggering 97% of those deaths, or 1,164 human beings, losing their lives due to police shootings. It paints a clear picture of just how prevalent gun violence is in all forms in this country. And if that doesn't make your blood boil, only 11 officers out of 1,200 cases were charged with a crime, especially given the fact that 98 of those 1,200 killed by police were unarmed. Now, for those saying he shouldn't have moved or just comply or the cop didn't know he didn't have a gun, you're a major part of the problem with our country's epidemic of police violence and brutality, doing marketing for law enforcement and laundering the reputation of an institution that should be held to a much higher standard than everyone else.